I was in Florida and I found a snake just lying there on the ground.
Get the snake, Kevin!
He must have been lost or abandoned because I couldn't find any dog tags on him.
Oh, you want a pillowcase?
Something breathable.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ew, it's rubbing its butthole on me.
So now I have an awesome new pet.
You want to take this thing home?
Yeah, I love him. And he loves me too. Oh my God. This snake and I were made for each other, but there's only one catch. He's in Tampa, but I live in Los Angeles. And the TSA won't let me bring a snake onto an airplane because they do not respect my right to bear snakes. Even though my taxes, your taxes, help pay for their $9.7 billion annual budget. And I'm not convinced that we're getting our money's worth. Like, for $10 billion, you could completely eradicate polio forever and still have enough money left over to completely rebuild the Twin Towers. But as far as I can tell, all the TSA does is steal my multi-tools. I mean, come on, I'm not gonna be taking a plane down with that. And that's when I had a stroke of genius. Sneaking my pet snake into an airport is the perfect way to test the TSA. We are gonna find out if $10 billion is really enough money to keep me from getting a snake onto an airplane. But first, I wanna thank Star Trek Fleet Command for not calling the police when I told them my idea and for sponsoring this video. You know Star Trek, it's the other star, the one that isn't wars. And in Star Trek Fleet Command, you can build a ship, assemble a crew, and make your way through the galaxy. Now, obviously, my favorite Star Trek character is Dr. Beverly Crusher, so I was pretty jazzed when I could finally make her the captain of my own ship. Almost every character from every Star Trek is available to be put on your crew. That includes Mariner, Boimler, and Badgie from Star Trek Lower Decks. There's even a new mechanic in Star Trek Fleet Command called Below Decks Abilities, where you can create your very own lower deck crew to support the officers on the bridge. Star Trek Fleet Command is free to play on iOS and Android, and you can use the link in my description below to download it. I have legitimately been playing this game for 4 hours now to avoid editing this video. So again, Star Trek Fleet Command is free to play on iOS and Android. You can use the link in my description below to download it. And thank you again to Star Trek Fleet Command for sponsoring this video. What you're seeing here is the future of airport security. A company called, I shit you not, Analogic was recently awarded a $780 million contract with the TSA. Each of these CT scanners, $1.7 million.
So the technology being used here is the same technology used in the medical field.
The Analogic CT scanner costs the exact same amount as a high-end medical CT scanner, which, when you think about it, means your tax dollars pay for insurance-free CT scans for luggage in airports, but not in hospitals for sick people.
It allows me to just check each area of the bag, and there's a lot more angles that I could look at.
The Analogic is definitely going to be able to see a snake hidden in a carry-on, so instead I'm going to have to try sneaking past the millimeter wave body scanner. Luckily, in 2018, the TSA released a video showing exactly where you can hide bombs so that the millimeter wave scanner can't detect them.
Somebody has altered the contents and put explosives in there.
Like in this hypothetical hat bomb that the TSA designed with a frickin' toggle switch sticking out the vent hole.
A detonator switch.
This is so stupid. Like, you're not gonna notice this switch here at the very top of the hat? That means all it'll take to get my pet snake through security is by hiding it under a hat, as long as they don't ask me to take it off.
Nice hat, nerd.
Thanks, bitch. So I found the best alteration shop in all of Florida to bring my snake hat idea to life.
Snake.
Yeah, snake, yeah, like...
Yeah,
like snake.
Oh, why this?
So I can have it on my head.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think this will be strong enough?
Yes, strong fabric. This good fabric.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it'll hold a snake.
Yes.
Do you think it'll bite me? My pet snake is going to love being stuffed into this hat. I need all hands on deck for this. If any one of you hurts this snake, I will kill you.
You look like Rorschach if he was like, yeah, retired.
You're not trapped in here with me. I'm trapped in a bag.
You hold the funneler stable, and the snake is gonna go in here. It's gonna go through this tube and into the hat, and then, Michael, can you just make sure that as soon as the snake gets in the hat, can you just pull the drawstring closed?
Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta have kind of a wide peripheral to see like what's going on.
Right, but could you like be over here by the hat? Could you come, like, be ready to pull the drawstrings closed?
Wait, are you scared of the snake?
This is where it would escape.
Well,
that's why your
only
job
if you
is so
mess
important.
up. Kevin, you're gonna help me with the snake in the box, And Nigel, make sure you document the entire process. Okay, thank you. Okay, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Lift the whole lid, probably. Lift, give him all.
He wants to go in.
Yeah, give him all.
Coming, he's gonna get it.
I gotta get the Among Us figure out first.
Start pouring him in. Start pouring him in. Start pouring him in. Tilt it.
And we're gonna. No! Michael, you didn't tighten the drawstring.
He's gotta be in the bush.
I was afraid my snake was gone forever, but then.
Get away, Ian.
Oh yeah, he's sticking his fucking head. He looks like the Loch Ness monster. We only had one chance left to recapture my snake, so we had to make it count.
Yeah, go on board though.
He's running on your face.
Holy shit!
I know, I feel. Oh, wait, he's going towards you. He's going towards you. He turned around. He turned around. He turned around. He's going towards you.
Commit to leaving. Choose life.
Just grab me.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Pan.
You think if we leave the door open, he'll find his way back? This was a complete disaster. My snake hated the hat and had run away from home, but that didn't mean I was going to give up on testing the TSA. Did you know that you can buy a real snake skeleton for $100 and it'll show up to your hotel in like a day? With a little help from a chemistry genius.
We have part A and part B. When you combine them, they get hard.
I was able to create a perfect artificial snake. This is turning out a lot better than it has any right to, honestly. Oh, okay. So here, the snake.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. God, it's not fighting back at all.
Yeah, this is way easier. I then hired a professional X-ray technician.
Do you ever just drive around your van with this thing pointing out the window, just like doing X-rays of everyone, like drive-by X-raying?
Driving around, I have thought about threatening somebody. We're like, no, I'm gonna shoot the rays at you, man.
To confirm that my simulated snake would look exactly like a living snake in an airport scanner.
In your professional opinion, what do you think is inside the hat?
Literally, like just a snake in there.
Whoa, you can like see the scales. Oh, yeah, you can actually see the spine. You can see the skeleton in the snake, and you can see how it's not really lined up perfectly everywhere.
All those ribs are definitely not where they should be. I'm not sure if you can see where it looks like the jaws are kind of going out on the right side.
Yeah, hey, you know, I don't heckle you when you're doing your job. How this looks on an X-ray versus how a real snake would look on an X-ray.
I think that this is a reasonable, facsimile of a snake's body.
That means if I can get this ballistics gel snake with a real snake skeleton past the TSA, then anyone can actually get a real living snake past the TSA. So I stuffed my new pet snake safely into my snake hat, packed a bag with a third snake skeleton on the side as a red herring, and bought a plane ticket to North Carolina. One man, one hat, one snake versus 60,000 federal agents, bleeding edge medical technology, and $10 billion. Who do you think is gonna win? So the wave scanner did detect the snake in my hat. I was caught. But luckily, that's not the only snake I brought. I actually have 3 bags filled with more fake snakes. All of these made it through no problem, including one bag that had a second fake skeleton snake.
if I was wearing this on my head and I go through like a millimeter wave detector, do you think they're gonna stop me?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna stop you, Alan.
I knew from the very beginning that the snake hat wouldn't work. The actual plan was to confuse the CT scanner with a giant mess of fake snakes.
Good lord, are we just looking at a pile of snakes now?
Do you think you'd be able to tell which of these snakes has the real skeleton inside?
Let me see. I mean, like it's in a pile of coils, but it looks like the one that's following right there. And then coming back in.
Oh yeah, you can actually totally tell that that's the one with the real snake skeleton inside.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
Interesting.
So I created a second, even more realistic skeleton snake mixed in with 3 bags full of rubber toy snakes. The hat was merely a decoy. If the TSA questioned me, I had made a website called snakesinabag.com as an alibi. So while the guards were distracted by the snake hat, the second real snake was camouflaged as a toy and passed through undetected. Turns out, you can fool a $2 million anal logic scanner with a $2 bag of rubber snakes.
Do I look insane right now? Does this look like the face of a man who is actually insane? Because it's not. This is someone who just got a snake past airport security.
Thanks for letting me put a snake by the window.
So what do I think about the TSA now? Well, if I was in charge, I would cut their budget in half and give every man, woman, and child in America a refund of $15. They couldn't possibly need more than that.